Hey, Michael.
Hey, Becky.
Where are we?
We are currently inside of the queue.
Why are we here? What are we doing here?
Because obviously that's the opposite of what our show name is.
It is the opposite of what our show name is. However, we wanted to give you a little inside look at what it's like to rideshare.
Right, so Becky's filled with a lot of pros about this, but there's a lot of cons to worry about and deal with when you're waiting here for how long, Becky? Do you wait here sometimes? What is it?
Well, we'll discuss that. Let's discuss that further outside the queue. So welcome to Outside the Queue. My name is Becky.
And I'm Michael.
So we are rideshare drivers.
We are.
We are. And Michael, how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, going on what? About 3 months now?
Right.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
Right. And I've been doing this for just over a year. And, well, I know. I'm a little more experienced in that fashion.
Oh.
Sorry. But, you know,
She's
we
the best.
We actually get a lot of questions from passengers about what we do here. And they also ask us, what's it like to be a rideshare driver? So we wanted to dedicate this particular broadcast to talking about
the pros and the cons of being a rideshare driver.
Okay, Michael, what would you say is what would you say, because I know you, a con is to driving?
Well, if you're talking about driving outside of the airport, picking up passengers from random locations, not knowing who they're going to be, whether it's a safety issue, whether they're going to puke or fart in your car.
Which sometimes happens, actually.
It's a little bit, it feels a little bit more safer, I would say. You know, picking up at the airport, somebody's, paid a lot of money for their plane ticket. The last thing I think they're thinking about is, what, robbing you?
You would hope. You would hope they're happy from coming back from a trip or, a vacation somewhere, or just a business person coming into town. But in actuality, I don't mind riding outside the queue. I generally prefer to do it during the day. So in some sense, I agree with you. Like during the day, I'll pick up anybody, anywhere, passenger-wise. I will pick them up anywhere. Anyway, but I will actually pick anybody up because of the fact that, I'm just getting somebody to and from either their place of work or to the store. And for me, as a female driver, it makes me feel safer if I can see my passenger. Right?
And see what they're carrying, too. When you are picking up from the airport, you're going to be picking up luggage that's obviously been screened through TSA, so you know that it's probably going to be something safe that they're hauling. Whereas I have picked up people before who have brought drugs in my car.
How do you know?
Because it wasn't flour.
No way. Really? I didn't know that. That's never happened to me. Apparently, I must get all the safe passengers or something. Do you get some really sketchy people in your car?
I have. After 2 a.m? Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Well, see, that's the difference. I actually try not to drive that late, and if I am driving that late, I will go and pick people up from major businesses or nightclubs or things like that where hopefully they're not carrying drugs, but there is no guarantee to that. And so I would say the number one concern for me and you, I guess it's a con, is the fact that safety can be an issue. But let's talk a little about what? The pros. I actually love this. I've been doing this, like we said, a little over a year, and I really enjoy driving passengers. Don't you like driving?
Well, it's always fun, meeting someone new, getting to talk a little bit about yourself with them and finding out where they're going and what brought them to this point in their life.
And for me, if anybody who's following on our channel or through our Instagram site or through mine, many of you know that I have met most of you guys as passengers in my vehicle. I have had the distinct pleasure of meeting some incredible men, women, students or not. Really? Oh no, I have had the distinct pleasure.
I'm just kidding.
Have you made any like friends on social media from driving?
No.
Is it just the difference between you and me?
You know, I no. That's not what I do, I guess.
Well, I'm actually very open and upfront. I'm like that in general if you actually know me as a person. And so I can actually pretty much open up to just about anybody. We've had serious discussions. I've had serious discussions with men and women.
She's a serious person.
I'm not serious. I've also had a lot of fun. In my car. You know, singing and laughing.
Slurpee, by the way. You can't drive Uber.
Oh, look, he got me one too. Oh, wait.
You can't
he
drive.
got me one too.
Right. You can't.
Thank you.
Exactly.
What
Yeah,
flavor?
sure, no problem.
What flavor is that anyway? Is that Coke?
This is Coke. Yeah.
Ugh.
This is.
It's not Diet Coke. Make a Diet Coke one. 7-Eleven, please.
If you're an Uber,
Cheers.
Uber or Lyft driver, you gotta, you know,
Absolutely.
gotta get you. Definitely.
You gotta get your energy going. Let's talk a little about what brought us here, Michael. I came here. I had a full-time sales job that I was trying to make a little bit more income to, well, get gas for. Because, you know, driving for sales, you need gas money. So I came here for the money. What'd you come here for?
Well, of course, money. Why else do a job like this?
Right.
Or any other job for that matter. But
It's true. So
I was a full-time, and I'm not giving out any company names because, you know, I don't want to get into any of that. I was a full-time insurance agent. I specialized in Medicare for the seniors. And, you know, it's pretty much, it's not too much different from this. You're making money on wishes and hopes and dreams, hoping that you're going to roll out with $100 at the end of the day. But at my other job, I was 100% commission, and that's tough to do. It's pretty tough to do. So being bogged down, the point at what I'm getting at is time. I had no time to be with my little boy, to do anything. I would eat and sleep nothing but insurance. So I said, you know what, I need to make a change. And that's one of the pros to this job. I would think you would agree. Because you have time. And that's also one of the cons, too, because you have to motivate and push yourself to go to work.
Well, I agree with that, too. But when I came here,
But you work when you want.
I was also a full-time insurance agent. Different company.
Shocker.
Ooh, shocker. Different company. However, and I was doing really well, but I didn't love it. And when I first came on, of course, my son moved away to college, and I became an empty nester. And like I said, I wanted to actually, you know, make up for the money lost while driving around for my sales job. But at the same time, I was lured and enticed by the ads. There's these ads that have this enticement, like we're going to make $1,000 a week, or what, $2,000 a week, or whatever it is, that you can make ultimate money doing this job. But let me tell you for real,
this job doesn't pay
as much as you think. What you don't factor in when you do this job is actually the maintenance on the car, the price of gas. I mean, every day, I fill up every day, sometimes twice a day. You?
Several times, yeah. I mean, you know, I typically don't fill all the way up. You know,
you just top it off.
I get nitpicky. What I do, if you're riding with a full tank, of course, you're actually going to lose gas a little bit quicker because you have more weight in the car. You know,
more junk in your trunk.
More junk in my trunk, and I've got. I could show you. I got a lot of junk back there.
So, right. We invest a lot of time and money. I mean, I work on an average 7 days a week. You?
I typically have a pretty good day, and then I'll take another day or two off in between, which gets me into trouble. And kind of like back to what I was saying earlier, that's one very difficult thing to do with this job, is to make yourself get up and work.
I'm pretty religious about it.
Well, she's
A
she
workaholic.
constantly texts me or calls me and says, Michael, go to work today. And I'm like,
It's more like, Michael, where are you? Get your butt out of bed. Right?
Right. Jinx.
One last thing I want to say, pro-wise, about doing this job. We have made a lot of friends.
We have. In fact, I found this girl right here. What are the odds? She was an insurance agent. I was an insurance agent, and we met each other, and we're like really best friends. We were so best friends that we decided to make this
channel together.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other people as well.
It's gonna be amazing. You guys are gonna see a lot of content from us. We're inside the queue today, but the rest is going to be a lot of different, right, outside the queue, but it's going to be a lot of things you might not have known and a lot of things you haven't seen before.
This is true. We'd like to take you not only outside of this queue, but maybe behind the lines of things that you're right, the things you've never seen, maybe the things we've never seen, but we hope we're going to have a lot of fun. So I know this has been brief, I think, and we hope you like what you've seen so far. Please, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free with the links below to actually email and comment on this. Also, please subscribe, and we're going to try to bring you more content and answer the questions that you may have. But in the meantime, again, I'm Becky.
And I'm Michael.
And
we'd love to hear what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe our videos so that we can continue to do videos like this for you.
This time, though, outside of the queue.